Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. So, in light of very recent events that have happened lately, I am actually starting to wonder if Activision's partnership with Sony is in danger, and rightfully so, because as of recent happenings, Sony, basically, if they see a bad apple, they will get rid of that bad apple. Now, what exactly am I talking about? Now, this article comes from Kotaku that was posted yesterday. PlayStation executive fired after pedophile allegation posted video online. So I'm going to leave a link to that article in the description for those of you guys that haven't seen it already or haven't been aware of it. There's been plenty of other content creators out there that have also been covering this story as of, I think, yesterday or the day before, sometime over the weekend. I know Review Tech USA made a video about it, and I saw that as well. So that's how I originally became aware of it. And then obviously you got Kotaku and then other forms of other sites out there in social medias that are covering it as well. So I'll leave a link down in the description, but I will read the bottom of this article because it really is interesting in terms of the very end of this article. So I'm just going to read it to you really quickly. CNET now reports that the senior vice president has been fired, with a Sony representative saying in a statement, "We are aware of the situation and the employee in question has been terminated from employment." And meanwhile, a representative from People vs. Preds tells Kotaku that the reason for this information being released publicly rather than handled directly to the authorities was that the police department doesn't work with cyber groups like us. That's when the internet takes over. However, they also say that evidence has been turned into the authorities. So basically, that's very interesting, and I think in due time, due to the due to the internet and stuff like that, and things like this, I think that in due time there will be some sort of teamwork effort that is going to be put in place eventually to handle problems such as this, because the internet is like, it does correlate with reality, but it's like a different aspect. It's like a different space that needs to also be covered. So, and it has a big effect. The internet, like it or not, has a big effect in society today in many, many different ways, including ways of work, ways of entertainment, and everything in between. It's basically like a cyber version of life, so to speak. So, and there's a lot that goes on in there. So, it's like you got to have, quote unquote, a cyber version of the police, and that's what this vigilante group is doing over here as well. I'm pretty sure once you read the article, you'll have a better idea about that. So, when you put all the things together in terms of what's been going on with Activision recently, and some things not so recently, and in over the last few months, and with the power of the internet and content creation and other content creators covering things as the information gets put out and into light, and with everything that's going on with Bobby Kotick and how the CEOs, the guys at the very top, his bosses basically are still backing him up regardless of all these allegations right there, really just tells you the difference between Sony and how they handle business and Activision and how they don't handle business. I almost said handle business, but they're really not handling business. They're just sweeping things under the rug. And at this point, do you think a company like Sony is going to want anything to do with these guys over at Activision? I don't know exactly how much longer the contract is going to last in terms of PlayStation getting first dibs on things related to Call of Duty when it comes to Activision's partnership with them. But when you put all this information together, the way I see it is that the clock is ticking at this point. Now, granted, I'm still a person from the outside looking in, right? I'm not an insider, right? I'm not in there. So I'm sure there's lots that go on behind the scenes with every single company and every single corporation beyond Activision that we have yet to know about. And it only takes really one person over a tweet, for instance, to basically let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, and for everything to being known and these allegations to become a thing, and for these allegations to have a legitimate effect. And then, of course, you've got the workers that are also staging walkouts and everything like that, and it just goes to show you. And especially since there really hasn't been much change going on, and business seems to be, quote unquote, continuing to go the way Activision usually handles, or should I say not handles, their business, so to speak. A lot of workers are starting to speak their minds. They're staging walkouts and stuff like that, and they're despite the fact that they may lose their jobs over it or whatever the deal or whatever might happen, or whatever, or anything else could happen. They're still out there and standing up for what they believe in, for what they think is right. So when you compare this article of what happened with this guy on Sony, granted he worked for Sony, so it was a lot easier for them to just get rid of that bad apple, no problem. But all I could say is, just judging by this article alone, if Bobby Kotick worked for Sony, Bobby Kotick would have been terminated already. But nope. Bobby Kotick is obviously a part of Activision, and the CEOs have already said, the higher-ups have already said that they're going to continue to back him up regardless. And that is simply it. And it makes you, and if you really look between the lines, and some of you guys in the comment section have mentioned this already, and it just goes to show you, man, what else is going on that we do not know about, really? And it's kind of scary if you think about it. So when you put 2 and 2 together and you put your brain to work, and if you were in charge of Sony, you'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't want anything to do with these guys either. But at the same time, we're also on the outside looking in, and there's a lot more things that are going on that we simply don't know about. It's kind of like the duck on a pond thing, you know. Obviously, we know this at this point, but you know, it's like you can't see it, but you know it's there. You know what I mean? Like if you look at the surface of the water, that duck is just smoothly going from. It seems like that duck is hardly moving at all, but when you go under the surface, that duck's feet are moving a mile a minute. So it's basically the same kind of theory of what's going on right now with Activision and everything else. So with that being said, guys, let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think? What are your theories? What do you guys think? Do you think that there is a legitimate chance of Activision's partnership with Sony ending anytime soon, hopefully sooner than later? Do you think it's just going to happen later? Do you think, what are your overall thoughts? Because you guys have your points of view as well. You guys have things that are going through your minds as well as you watch this video that I have not mentioned in this video. So please let your points of view be known down in the comments section below. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day.